You give the West the best of yourself. And then when you're tired, you come and give your own nation like a year or something, 12 months. And if it doesn't work out, you're like, I'm out. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
But you're giving your entire life to something that's not even yours.
I'm Vanessa Canby, and in this video, I'm going to be interviewing the owner of Twist Nightclub and giving you a look around. I'm here at Twist Nightclub, one of the best nightclubs in Ghana, and I'm going to show you around a little bit. I've already seen they've got a new bar outside and the whole club. Can't wait to show you around. I'm also going to interview Eric, who is the owner here, find out how he got this place started and how he made one of the best nightclubs in Accra.
I get many dreams and plans specially for you, so don't put me for waiting day. Any little thing that we do should be between me and you. Happy birthday, this be your cake, oh. The party tonight before my place, so invite all your friends, Rose and Kato. Disaster like we they work for NATO. Oh my darling Melissa, post make a who could take your picture. If I no marry you in future, like a Chris, I just wanna be your mister. Oh my darling Melissa.
There's never been a time in the last 12 years or whatever, or 11 years, that Twist has been open and I've not been in Twist.
So I'm here with Kwame, the owner of Twist Nightclub, which I'm sure you all know about. Recently, they've had so many celebrities like Cardi B here, T.I., Nicki Thought, Ducky. Literally, anytime a celebrity comes to Ghana, they come right here. And we were just talking about that actually. And it's amazing that you've created a space that everybody wants to come to. I want to find out how you started and how you made this into such an incredible club. So if we take it back, were you born in Ghana?
I was born here and then I moved to Nigeria.
Okay.
Around the age of 9 or 10 or something like that. And then I lived in Nigeria for a couple of years, for about 4 years or something. And then I came to Ghana for a few months and then we moved to England.
Nice.
And then around 2000, I moved to Philadelphia.
Why did you move to Philadelphia?
College, Temple.
And did you enjoy it there?
Dope as fuck.
So then after that, did you move back to Ghana?
No. So I lived, after college, then I moved to Chicago. And then I went to New York briefly. And then while I was in New York, I came on holiday in Ghana and just never left.
Were you always into like the club scene when you were like dotting around these different places?
Well, I always had a social life, active social life. Like I recall, like my job, I work for a company. Well, I'd rather not even mention the names. An IT company. It's called Filterworks. It doesn't really matter. I can say it. And I changed my schedule in such a way that I started work at like 5 a.m. So that I was done by 3, and I went to the Martini pub at 6 o'clock. Went to the club and came straight to work.
That's hardcore.
So I've always, but I was an IT guy. I never worked in the club scene, never promoted parties, nothing like that.
And so when you decided to move to Ghana, when you came on holiday and never left?
I never decided. I just came on holiday for, 10 days or something, and I just never left.
And how did you come to starting Twist?
My brother and my mum had this place called Twist. It was probably the size of this office, or maybe a bit smaller. And it was, my mum had I don't want to say a motel, but it's like a 6-sleeper. There were like 6 rooms. And there was a restaurant. So the bar, Twist, was just an attachment to support. Not really, it's for the public, but it was never marketed. And it was for those who came and spent the night or had rooms.
Okay.
So they had a place to drink.
Oh, nice.
Right. So when I came, Twist was not...
what it was.
Well, it was not even, it wasn't something I wanted to do. I didn't think about it like that. Because it wasn't really that active, you know.
So when did you decide to start getting involved with it?
Funny. Because it's funny, my bouncer now, FM, right? He used to work at a place called Excel, right?
Yeah.
It used to be run by a Nigerian guy called Coyote, right? So I go there one day, my first time going there. And there's a dude in line, and the bouncer was extremely, extremely rude to him. I mean, basically, he wouldn't even give this guy a break to get in. And I knew the guy, and I knew the guy's family. It was an affluent family, you know? So I was like, whoa. So where could I take someone and be respected and be treated fairly, you know, and have a good time. And that was supposed to be like the top club, and I'm like, boy, you better respect yourself and go find a place where you can run and package it so that it's for yourself and your people to go have fun. And you know, so that's when I started helping my mom with Twist.
And I went to Twist when it was in a different location to it is now.
Right, up
it
the
was
road.
like a big garden space, and we went there every time I came to Ghana. I used to come every summer. We would always go to Twist, and it was like the place to be, as this one is now, but this was before here. And you've decided to completely change the way Twist is. Now it's more of a nightclub, whereas there was more of a lounge with part of a nightclub.
Right.
So when did you decide to make that
So
change?
when Twist started, right, it was just a bar. That's all it was. And they served food from the restaurant, end of story. There was nothing to it. We had, you know, library speakers, like little tiny speakers, and we used the amp from my mom's old living room amp.
Wow.
So I had to have a fan on it because when we ran it for long,
It got too hot.
It got too hot, you know what I'm saying? And we used iPods, and people started nicking, like stealing my iPods. So what I did was I would say, hey, it's you're doing the playlist today, so you bring your iPod and you connect it, and then next week someone else. So if they stole someone's iPod, it wasn't my iPod. So my friends who used to come used to create playlists every weekend, so we used to swap. So people was like, hey, it's my turn, it's my playlist. So it's always very organic. And the funny thing is I never got into it for business, for money. So I used to, at the end of every month, I used to go to the bank and pull out cash to pay the salaries of the staff, because we never made enough.
So you were like in
I was using my
deficit.
I was using my savings from the States, and I did that for 21 months. And my mom was like, you know what, fuck this, just buy me out. And she sold me debt, and I took debt. And I
Did you
bought
know
the
that
debt.
it would be successful at that point, or were you just doing it for fun?
At the time that, not in the beginning, but at the time that I bought the debt, yes, I believed in what I had seen a trend, and I believed that it was possible.
So how, for other like business owners, people starting business, how would you suggest that they, like the mindset to become successful and to become successful? Like, if you get any tips for anybody?
Yeah, easy. Here's the thing, right? So what I do is I think of the worst that could happen. If I can live with it, I execute.
Oh, really?
I'm not afraid of being broke. So like, if what's the worst? It's not like I'm always gonna have a roof, and I'm always gonna, if I have no food, I'll just come ask you for food or something. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be on the street. So as long as I know the worst that can happen, as long as I can live with it, I execute.
So you take
That's my
risks,
mantra.
basically.
100%. But I've had a hard time for a long time, so it's not difficult. It's like whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you ask people, right, like why they're worried and taking a chance at something that they believe in, most of the time the answer's all the same. They're not sure.
Yeah, they've got
Well,
fear.
then you're not sure because you've not done it before, right? So how else are you gonna ever get sure? Mm-hmm. You know, people are scared of the wrong things. Like I'm scared of a punch, right? A heavy punch to my face. Not so much of the pain. I get over the pain after an hour, or maybe a day or two, right? But I don't want to lose a tooth.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So because I don't want to go to the dentist and shit, that's why I'm not trying to get that punch. But it's not because I'm afraid to get hit.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And so this Twist that we're in just now, amazing club. Like, it's definitely the
You really
most,
think so?
It's definitely the most luxurious club
Yeah?
in Ghana. Yeah. If
Tell
we're
us.
talking luxury,
Don't.
if we're
Go for
if we're talking somewhere that people always end up. So normally people have like a schedule to their night in Ghana. They might go to like a lounge and then they might go somewhere else. And then everybody, I'd say, ends up at Twist.
All roads lead to
Yeah,
Twist, right?
literally.
Amen, amen, amen.
That is it. And there's nowhere else. There's actually no other option. Not that, you know.
No, to be fair, there are other clubs.
As an end sort of club that you're going to spend most of your night.
Well,
Because-
it's a decision, right? So I say to people, right, like, You can't go to a club. Like, I remember before I used to go to clubs and they were packed, and I'm like, the club's whack. And then I realized after I owned a good club, and I said, no, you can't go to a club that's packed and says whack. It's just not for you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, to make Twist the end destination, well, our main nights are Fridays and Saturdays, right?
Okay.
And then you have other clubs that on Sundays are popping off, like Onyx, right? That pop up on Sundays. They're dope on Sundays. And then you have another club, Ace, that also pops up on Sundays,
Okay.
right? But my nights are really, and then you have Carbon, that's really going on
yeah.
Thursdays. You see what I'm saying? But if I try to open on a Sunday, I couldn't compete with those who are popping off.
You
on a
couldn't
Sunday.
compete.
I don't think so.
So then
Perhaps I'm just wearing my modesty hat.
is there a point in opening then on a Sunday?
I have a reason for not opening on Sundays. The reason I don't open on Sundays is because I don't run my business a day before working day.
Right. So you want people to
I want a
relax.
certain type of clientele. Majority of my clientele, I like to think, have to wake up in the morning and go to work. So I don't position myself, I don't put myself in a position that exposes me to everything. And I say to everybody, like I go online and most of my reviews online are negative, are all because the security at the door. But I'm not, I'm sorry to say this, but Twist is not for everybody, right? I can't be for everybody, right?
So why is it that people have to wear heels? Because that's one thing, like, I'm tall. If I wear heels, like, I'm towering over every single person.
That's okay. Why? Because of
but-
the insecurities of our people? It's okay.
But then
What?
why do people have to wear heels to come in? Because someone like me, like, you can have nice shoes. You can have
So-
nice shoes
so-
that are not heels.
So let me answer that, right? So part of it is probably the bouncers and the security not knowing what to say, right? But it's just a euphemism for, okay, cool, you're not coming in. It's just an excuse, right? But when
Okay.
you go in the club, your people are not wearing heels, right?
Yeah, but they've told me before that.
That's fine. That's fine. But
So they didn't want me in there.
I'm not sure. Maybe you had someone with you that they didn't want. But
Okay.
But
Now we're really getting
do the security get carried away sometimes? Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
feel like as the night
But
goes
like-
on, they're getting more and more
Right,
excited.
right. I mean, I'm sure they get carried away, but it's never, or it's not my intention for them to do so, right? I try my best to check them and blah, blah, blah. But most of the time they get it right. A celebrity said to me yesterday, why can't I ever get a table? Why don't you hold tables in your club for me? And I said, it's not that I don't want to hold tables. It's that the tables are all sold.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? If you bang enough at a door, it's going to open, right? Presumably. And if you bang enough at the security, you're going to get a lot more that are not going to be happy with the security because I'm going through a lot more people.
Yeah.
My turnover is higher, right? They've seen it all. A week ago, someone sprayed pepper spray in the bouncer's face because he just wanted to get by, didn't want to line up. You know, but you don't know
Horrible.
that. So you're going to come after that and you're probably
Yeah,
just
you
going to
don't
get the
know.
runt
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. You don't know.
So it's
what-
unfortunate.
yeah.
It's unfortunate. But I used to say to everybody, like most of the time when we misdiagnose our clientele,
Yeah.
did I use that? When we misdiagnose our clientele, most of the time when it's the right one, it gets back to me and
Okay.
I fix it.
Yeah. I got in, by the way,
You see? There you go.
without heels.
It's and
Anyway.
without heels, right?
So-
There you go.
Just wanted to clear that up.
That's it. That's it.
Had a
that's
great
it.
night.
That's it. Exactly. Dope.
So, yeah, so how have you made this place so successful? What are your secrets? I know you said you didn't start it for business,
Right.
and now it is a business. So how did you get there?
If I was a banker, my product would be what? Returns on your money, right?
Yeah.
Finance, right? So my product is entertainment, and I've always focused on entertainment. I have no partners, so the advantage to that, it sucks because you can't get money if you need money, but it allows you to take a right turn real quick, a left turn real quick. That's dope. And I've always focused on setting up Twist as a place that I would hang out.
Yeah.
And I can say this on air, like live, right? That the day I cannot hang out at Twist, I'll close it down.
That's amazing. So it's like
So-
purely authentic.
Authentic, 100%. If I can't hang out at Twist, 100% I'll shut it down. I won't hand it off to anybody to run. I'm not interested. I've been asked so many times, why don't you open one in Kumasi? You can probably do club. I'm not interested.
And another thing you were saying when I arrived here is whenever you're in town, you're always here when the club's open.
There's never been a time, 2 times, there's never been a time in the last 12 years or whatever, or 11 years, that Twist has been open and I've not been in Twist. And I've been in Ghana, never. 2 times. One time I had malaria and I still came, and then I had to sleep in the room. That was Old Twist. And then Old Twist again, I came, I had a car crash, and I didn't go to the hospital. It was a bad car crash. So my father-in-law actually came and asked me to leave and go get checked. So that was like the car flipped over and everything at 7 o'clock or something. I still came to work. But that's the
Pure
only...
dedication, 100%
that's the only,
dedication to the job.
Yeah, that's the only time that I didn't. But other than that, and I'm usually like one of the last people to leave. I leave like 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3.
So I think that really shows your dedication to the club.
Well, yes, I'm dedicated to the business, right?
Yeah.
To the product. And I'll say this, I'm very, very fortunate to have the staff that I do. You know, most of my people behind the bar, there are a whole bunch of new faces, but of course, because the business has grown, I couldn't run it with the same amount of...
Yeah, new people.
But most of the people that I started with are still here, 80% of them.
And actually in Ghana, there is, in customer service in some places isn't quite up there. Whereas here, the customer service is really good. How have you managed...
But we're still working on it, man.
But how have you managed to get to that level?
Okay, so I think part of it, it's not the staff. Customer service in Ghana is not bad, it's just non-existent. Because it's not the culture.
Yeah.
You know, people frown upon people who are bartenders. People talk shit to the bouncers. They tell them how much you make. My head bouncer drives a Range Rover, yo. So you know, people look down on service industry. So the culture is changing. It's slowly changing, and it's our job to constantly remind them. For instance, you get a guy who wants to be a bartender. Ask yourself, what's his reference point? If you say to him, what sort of bartender do you want to be? Or who do you want to be like? He's not going to tell you One Oak in New York. He's not going to say he's worked in One Oak. He's not going to say he's worked in 10 June, Pink Alley. These things don't exist here, right? So we have to be patient with our own people. Yeah. And constantly. And remember, the realities are different. Like in America, if you get a bartender, the chances are that they're students in uni. It's just part-time job. Some of them want to be doctors, some of them engineers, whatever. But here, that's it.
It's a career.
It's a career, you know, and it's a hard one, you know. So so I think once the middle sector, the middle class keeps growing, emerging, and the opportunities and education, and people see it as, oh, you know, I could be a bartender here. Like most of my guys are in school, and some of them are graduated and left, you know, and stuff like that. So it's up to us as business owners to create a path that shows the staff that, hey, you know what? You can still do this, but then still have something else. My manager's a designer, right? So she sells clothes. And then she's got like this little boutique that she sells clothes as well. And then she started that while she was here.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then the other guy, I'll say, I saw you guys on camera, the BMW that pulled over, that's my assistant manager.
Okay.
And the two guys, the tour guys that came out, Swanky and 6'7", those are DJs I brought in from Nigeria today. Oh, they're playing tonight. And he has a boutique, and he sells cars as well. My head security guy, we're working on opening up a security company. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so there's like a vision.
So everyone's doing something. Bingo.
With other people.
And I've just started a record label. One of my DJs is going on as a road manager for my MC is operations manager in my label, you know, and he's soon to have shares in it, you know. So I'm giving him shares in it. So it's people have to grow with you, yo.
What's your record label called?
Twist Entertainment Legacy. So it's tell. You have a story to tell.
Oh, right. And when did you start that?
So last year, about 4 or 5 months ago, but then we didn't want to. I knew about a year ago that I was going to do it, but I didn't want to do it until we had our studio ready, and our studio was ready, and then we launched it.
So is the studio in this building?
It's in this building, yeah. Grandpapa on the wall, you know, Bravo.
Yeah.
These are all like elements of Ghana. It's a Jubilee House over there, you know, elements of hip hop music, beatboxing, DJing, rap, graffiti, boom boom. It's just that's ebony. And then this year I'm launching a production company as well because we've got like video equipment and stuff so that we could shoot our own videos and start our own podcasts and stuff like that. So we've got the red, like there's a red cam, the boxes down there and stuff. So last year I spent enough money on like production equipment and stuff.
Amazing. And so what is the vision in the future for Twist and Tell and the production company? Like where do you see yourself and your business in 5 years?
I suck at planning, right? But what I'm good at is just grabbing the bulls by us. Well, when an opportunity, boom. So the label, why the label? Easy. I wanted to have a label as well because that would help leverage the nightclub.
Okay.
It's easier to get celebrities through my door if I have a label. That's number one. Number two, I want to go into events and concerts and stuff. So if I have a label, I can create content, music, and do like festivals and stuff like that.
That would be really amazing.
And then I want to do media and like content creation, the digital. So we have that created. So it's a learning process, and I'm slow at it. Why? Because rather than employ people, I get people and make them partners. And so if you're like the production company, there's a guy that I'm working with now. I'm just gonna give him shares, and he's gonna run the company with my cousin, and then boom,
Okay.
then that's sorted.
Yeah.
And then like the label, I have a partner, a guy called Bilson, and Bilson's artist is a girl called Tania who's signed with Aristocrat, and he knows about the music industry and he's done fashion and stuff like that. My MC in the nightclub became my operations manager, and he's good as fuck. So I'm gonna give him shares in it, and he becomes a partner as well, and then we're all growing slowly.
Yeah,
And then there are a couple of celebrities that I'm working on 1 or 2 things with, and I'd rather not say on until.
Yeah.
But if that's gonna happen, we're in the second week of what, December?
just now.
We're in the second week of January.
yeah.
Sorry. Before the end of this month, it'll be announced if it works out.
Okay, well maybe you can let me know.
I'll let you know. You
Like,
want to be the first to leak it out, right?
Exclusive. What do you find the positives of living in Ghana and owning a business in Ghana?
The positives are the opportunities. Finish. Why do I see opportunities? There was a gold rush, right? People went to the States. There was oil rush into America and all that, right? Look at Africa as the modern day Wild Wild West. End of story. There's nothing. Most of the things that you can think about are already thought of over there, right? You don't even have to reinvent the wheel most of the time.
Yeah, you just do.
You just have to come, you have to be steadfast. And the thing about it is, you can actually grow your own demand. That's the thing, internally. It'll take some time, but yeah, so the advantage, the opportunities. The weather's good, the culture's amazing, it's rich, and you know, the government is not as intrusive. Well,
it's more free.
It's
I'd
more
say.
free, right? And we do have our shortcomings, right? But I hear so many people complain about it, and like, there's a brain drain then. If you're out there complaining about it, then why don't you just come and fix it? You know, in politics, we always say the wrong people are in politics. Well, then why aren't you in politics? You see what I'm saying? No, it's really that simple. Like, you guys want to complain, and people want to say, blah, blah, the politics sucks, blah, blah, but then, okay, why don't you get into it?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
You know, you give the West the best of yourself. And then when you're tired, you come and give your own nation like a year or something, 12 months. And if it doesn't work out, you're like, I'm out. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
But you're giving your entire life to something that's not even yours. But then you come, and what's yours, and you know what's funny? Those who make it here, the foreigners always make it.
Like,
I'm yet to see a foreigner, like an English person, come here and fail. They don't fail. They make it. They make money. But it's always our people who come and they say, hey, it's not working. And you ask them, how long? I moved it 12 months ago. I gave it a year. You gave it a year? Wow. Wow.
I was talking to somebody else today, actually, who was saying the
amazing.
same thing. And they
A
were saying
year,
it
yo.
takes 2 years at least to just get used to the way that it works
Yeah,
here.
2,
And then
3.
after that, you can start really building. It takes time, but
they
people
come
are
to
just
12
in and out.
12 months. So some people 3 months, man. Yo.
It's like holiday.
I know a guy, yo. And the guy, you know yourself, he moved to Ghana with his family, 6 months.
His whole family, like, not even
And at the end of it all, the family fell apart. But when,
sad.
no, that's sad. But this when they went back, and it didn't fall apart because of Ghana. It fell apart because of America. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
But it's crazy. But yo, 6 months, yo. Like, what you doing 6 months? You can't even study for certain exams in 6 months, yo. People don't even live long 6 months. But 6 months.
And finally, what do you think about the year of return? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I love the idea. I love the energy. I love the concept. And I love the fact that we're proactive in letting... The year of return is not for you and I, right? Mm-hmm. It's really for those who are out there say, hey, look, come home, just come check it out, you know? And if that's what it takes to get people back home, it's positive.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people, oh, what does this mean? So people are coming here, so what has it done? Someone's done something. Mm-hmm. And it's brought people in, you're still complaining. You know, and I heard some guys saying the other day, okay, cool, they've come, they've gone, and so what? And you know what, now they've come. Maybe they'll come back next year.
Exactly.
What have you done?
And they're sharing it with their friends.
And Nigeria's now got next year the door of return. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I heard Benin is working on something. It's great.
I also think it's great that Ghana was like the one to start this trend.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
And for me, Nigeria, whoa, they're all siblings because they're the only other Anglo neighboring countries. So if Nigeria, if our big, and I look at Nigeria's big brother, Nigeria's big brother, end of story. You know, and if Nigeria's gonna, that means we did something right. Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
I know. And I'm going to Nigeria actually this weekend. I've never been before. And I feel like it's so close. And Ghanaians
they don't go. They don't go.
Yeah, it's like there's amazing things happening over there.
Amazing. And you know what's funny? I hear this thing, and let me use this platform to say this, right? So it's so interesting when I hear people say, Ghanaians don't play Ghanaian music. Blah, blah, blah. They only play Nigerian music.
Do you know how many people have written that?
Well, that's BS. And let me explain why. I remember when I moved to Ghana, all I heard was Ghana music. Because they were just pushing out quality, dope music back to back. Azonto was live. Kill Me Shy Brothers, Simple Dimple, R2B's VIP. Look, you couldn't even get, the only Nigerian guys you heard on radio, Two-Face, P-Squared, D'banj. Facts, right? That was it, right? You couldn't even hear Nigerian track if you begged. It was Ghana, 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 Ghana. But guess what? Everyone embraced Azonto. Mm-hmm. Then we said Al-Qaeda. What is Al-Qaeda, yo? We pissed on Azonto ourselves. When others were embracing it, we pissed on it. And when that gap was created, Nigerians came in. And they came in with the force. And Nigerians came in with their sound. And they took some of our sound and mastered it.
And it's gone global.
And it's gone global.
Yeah, it really has.
It's gone global. But when Reggie Rockstone and the rest started their movement, there was no Nigerian music in the nightclubs. But nobody was complaining then.
So
Nobody
true.
was complaining. Nigerian music has only been in the nightclubs, what, 6, 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
That's
it's
it.
so true.
But no one's thinking like this. So it's funny. They're running around, play 100% Ghana music, play 100% Ghana music. Let me throw something at you. When Wizkid's about to release an album, Wizkid tours Nigeria and comes to Ghana to release. Patu Rankin was just talking to me the other day, came to Ghana to promote his album. You tell me, with the exception of King Promise, who's gone to Nigeria to promote their album?
I have
I'll
no
wait.
idea.
No. Maybe there is. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Becca has done some stuff in Nigeria. Good. But let's give it a chance. Yeah, is it harder? Yes, it's harder. Why? The market is bigger. But let's push. Let's work together. They're not our enemies. They're our brothers and sisters.
Yes, it's a good point. I mean, I don't know why there's so much beef. Like, if I speak to my dad about Nigeria,
Forget it, man. I love Nigeria, man.
I'm
And
excited
I
to
lived
go.
in Nigeria. I love
oh, yeah,
Nigeria.
you lived there.
I love Nigeria, man. I love Nigeria. And I love the people, man. They don't dull.
They've got
They're
so
fast.
much vib.
Boom, boom, boom. And our people do too. You know, the younger guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our people. And you know, you asked me a question. Why did I start the label? Part of it is that, like, we have so much talent, but then we don't have the. So the studio is free, but it only works with referrals. So now a good artist can't say, I don't have a place to record. You can come record. You get your engineer, you record. But, excuse me, but we'll get there. But to say that, look, Ghana was, putting out bangers. I remember when I used to visit England in like 2002. I used to, KTC, you heard the Nigerians in the dorms in Kent. That's what they used to play. They played no Nigerian music.
Yeah, everyone's got to have their time.
It's got their time, you know. But then we're so quick to jump at things. Nigeria, this, play 100. How do I play 100%?
Anything.
Anything in today's world and say I'm pro. Yo, you tried that and you become BlackBerry. Ask them what happened to them. Or you go ask Nokia and see what happened to Nokia. You try 100% of anything real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And all these guys saying 100%, I see them dancing to Nigerian music in the videos, and then they come back and say, oh, yeah. Get the hell out of here, man.
Thanks so much for watching this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you have, I really appreciate you. And I have a whole playlist of videos based in Ghana, and so make sure to check those out and write in the comments what you thought of this video. Thanks, see you later.